Bro, what the fuck? Whoa!
Yeah. Pain. Yeah. Hey. I just wanna touch the tide, baby said that she in love and she don't love the lie. Been chillin' with all the birds, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the suds is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good, I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle it without the trusting, yeah. I can see the top, I wanna touch it, yeah. We been getting money, no discussion. I don't let it top of shorty, always get the fussing, yeah. Hey, I like to cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on her. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on her. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on her, yeah. And I'm sliding, shawty like the vibe, don't want the right to end, yeah. To the nice end, yeah. To the nice end, I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love is all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Silver Brody couldn't stand for it, it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just take the head of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just get a lot of love on the west side. I'm the go, but I would never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like I'm Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good, and it's the best side. I remember.
Welcome back to the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 3, Episode 85. The boys are back on another Wednesday afternoon, evening. I don't know why I said afternoon. I'm thinking of Saturday's evening to give you all of the sports that is going on in the month of November. Because we're now in November.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
First month.
November 1st, to be exact.
Woo.
And we are one day away from Tyler's birthday, if you wanted a little fun fact. So if you're watching
That's
the pod, give a little happy birthday to Tyco. Because, you know, it's his birthday tomorrow. So, love to see it.
Old man. I'm almost 25.
It's fucking.
I'm going to be 24
man.
tomorrow.
Jeez, man.
It's a lot of years. That's all I got to say. It's a lot of years.
All right. So, Ty's got his birthday going on. Jesse has his son finally walking. And Luke is nowhere to be found. That is the current status of where we are.
Well, what about you? You got to have something.
And I just got a job.
Oh, all right. Look at that.
I just started working. So
that's a quick tidbit of updates in everyone's personal lives.
That's
now,
where we stand. Yes.
Let's talk about, honestly, this is not how I was going to start today's podcast, but this is exactly how we're going to start today's podcast. So
go crazy, Tyler. You have the reins of everything.
If you're watching or listening to anything on ESPN or on the radio today, there's pretty much like one topic being talked about when it comes to college football. And when it comes to that topic is this man. This man in this picture right here on the sideline of Central Michigan and at the Central Michigan and Michigan State game is allegedly Connor Stallion. Now, who's Connor Stallion, you ask? Well, something we haven't fully delved into on this podcast is the Michigan cheating scandal thing. So Connor Stallion is apparently this guy who is employed by the University of Michigan, who, as you saw in that picture, clearly is not wearing a Michigan hat. In fact, if you look at the bill on this hat, just very specifically the bill, that is a brand new fucking hat. So clearly this was bought on the way to the stadium because this was the plan. Also, those glasses are the Ray-Ban glasses that have the camera in them. So in case you guys just didn't know what those two things were, that's a brand new hat and some like $400 glasses that have a camera inside of them. So this is allegedly Connor Stallion, who works for Michigan, who is the guy that's being accused of going to about 30 plus college football games, scouting Michigan's future opponents in those college football games, and Michigan is saying nothing.
Why?
Michigan has they have come out and said that they don't know nothing about it, yada yada yada. However, in college football, everything runs through the head coach, and I mean literally everything. So if this was in fact a thing, there's no doubt in my mind that Jim Harbaugh would have known about it. There's a lot of different conspiracy things going around.
Yeah, but why would he go?
The most recent thing was this. So, what do you guys think?
Why would he go? They already beat Michigan State. They don't play Central Michigan. I'm not a Michigan. I think Michigan is like cheating. I haven't defended them once, but there's no. I don't. What's the purpose?
This was this year.
Oh, this wasn't at the last game that happened.
This was at the Central Michigan State game, which happened in the beginning of the year.
Oh, I thought you meant this was at the Central Snow game that happened literally like the other day. Oh,
no, this is from earlier in the year.
Before they played MSU?
Before they played MSU, yes.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. So this is the picture that's circulating.
Okay, well then wait, let me get my thoughts then.
And that is from earlier.
And my thoughts on that, now that I know what it is it's just another piece of evidence, another nail in the coffin. I mean, it's just avoiding the inevitable. We know I
swear to God, every single day something comes out.
It's gonna break.
Yeah, that's him. If that is truly him, that is a huge dent in the car. That's really poking things out, making it look obvious.
Yeah.
And it ain't good.
That's bad. So I needed to kick it off with that because we haven't really talked about it at all, but every day I hear something new about it, so I had to bring it up.
I feel like we're honestly just waiting for the headline to be Michigan got caught cheating, and then we'll throw that on the podcast and then talk about all of it, literally because we all kind of see it going to that. You know what I mean? We all kind of are any day seeing the headline.
Look, every single day, someone on Michigan's coaching staff, this has nothing to do with the players, but someone on that coaching staff knows shit. And every single day, they're closer and closer to figuring out who it is that knows. If not, figure out that everyone knew the whole time.
No, and I will say, I feel bad for the players because in most cheating scenarios, let's take the Astros, you have a pretty good amount of blame where you can throw on the players because they know what's going on. They're part of it. Whereas in this situation, I really can't shit on the players of Michigan because this has nothing to do with them. So I will say,
and completely unrelated, something that did happen. Aiden Hutchinson was asked about this, and he said that he has no idea who Connor Stallions is, and that he doesn't know who he is. So don't connect me to him. Right. And then the same day, later that day, on Twitter, there were pictures of Aiden Hutchinson and Connor Stallions talking to each other on the sideline. So
yeah, they can be talking.
Just a little bit more fishy, I don't
think he has to
he did not know who he was talking to, but at the same time, maybe he did. You know what I mean? Just weird stuff. But we live in Michigan. I had to touch on it. Now let's dive into the World Series, which is almost in jeopardy of being lost at home, which is a shitty feeling. Arizona down now 3-1 to Texas after what I thought was going to be an absolute slaughtering last night. Arizona actually ended up making it close.
No.
They made the scoreboard look better than what the game really was.
The 3 pitchers in the playoffs that haven't played in the past 6 games and have the highest ERA because they said we're up 11 runs and we feel bad. Yeah. That's why the D-backs got their runs at the end. No, it was a blowout.
No, that's why, that's what I'm saying. The scoreboard looks better than the game actually was.
No, it does.
The game was bad.
They pitied the Diamondbacks in the end of that game. And that is crazy because we're in a World Series game. They put up 10 runs in 3 fucking innings. The Diamondbacks.
Well, they did it both with 2 outs too.
The Diamondbacks said we need a bullpen day, and that bullpen day, I understand. But Miguel Castro, who before Bautista was the closing pitcher for the Orioles, okay? He's pitching the 2nd inning. What the fuck? Why is he pitching the 2nd inning? And then they're like, oh, he's throwing wild pitches and he's getting rattled. It's almost like he's never been in this spot before. The closest he's pitched before that was the 6th. And now his first time doing it is in the World Series. So then we go to the next pitcher. So then we go to the next pitcher, right? Same spot. Right. Hasn't pitched before from the 6th inning, comes into the 3rd. And he lets up 4 more runs and a 3-run homer in the next inning. It's almost like these pitchers shouldn't be in this spot.
No, they shouldn't. Look, if I'm a manager and I'm in the World Series, there's no such thing as a bullpen day. I'll tell you that.
Bro, you have middle.
I don't care. It's the World Series. Whoever's the least amount of tired, you're playing. You're pitching
Tyler,
at least 5. Give me 5.
In MLB this show, do you know why you have 2 middle relief pitchers and why you have 2 substitution pitchers?
Why?
The reason why you do. The reason why you do is because those 2 middle relief pitchers, you have one that you know can get you 2 to 3 innings if you can, and then the next day you'll have the other one to do the same. Okay?
Right. If he doesn't fumble the bag.
Right? Both middle relief pitchers were sitting in the bullpen, not warming up, ready to go. Didn't get the call.
You know what? This is why I'm not in charge of baseball team, because clearly I'm making the wrong decisions. Clearly, I would have done the wrong things here, because I would have made different decisions.
Shit, I probably would have put him in too.
That's on the coaching
Dylan's
staff.
making sense to me.
I'm saying that the Diamondbacks coaching staff is losing them games because here's the thing. Moreno, Marte, Gurriel, Carroll. This offense is clicking. You don't have to worry about that. But when your bullpen is coming in and they allow fucking what was the first game? 6 runs. Okay. They have 6 runs the first game. They allow 11 runs this game. You know, the only time they've been able to compete is when Texas scored 1 run. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to let you know right now, in games 5, in game 6, in game 7, I guarantee in at least more than one of those games, Texas will score more than 1 run.
So
likely. The Diamondbacks are going to be in a spot where they're going to have to rely on this bullpen that has come through before the World Series so far. I have given a lot of credit to Ginkel and Sewald, but both in the World Series kind of shit the bed game 1.
Yeah, kind of fell the bag.
Now, if I was Luke, I would probably be like, this is where we want to be. We're down 3-1. We're the answer backs. Rawr. You know, some shit like that. But in all reality, this is a really bad spot for them to be.
Ugly spot.
Yeah,
it's
really
bad.
is.
Because, like, best case scenario, you win tonight's game, and then you're heading to Texas for the final 2 games, down 3-2, have to win 2 games in a row. Yeah. So I understand if you're, like, comfortable in that spot, but until you're up by 10 runs in tonight's game, I don't think you're really comfortable. So, look, if I was you, if I was a betting man, which I am, eat, sleep, bet, repeat, it's on the shirt. Diamondbacks money line tonight. Must win game.
I mean, I think all of us have them going to a game 6 minimum. So
at least
I would agree.
All right. Coming up next, we have Puck Luck Picks. I am back to being tied with Luke, so I did better than he did. But hey, you know what? Puck Luck Picks.
I think that, you want me to be completely honest? Yeah. Last time
Gets some room. Between the legs. 13:57 of the third.
Yeah.
Speaking of confidence,
That's Capitals. Get to the garbage some must. Speak on the top of my brother's blood. None of these niggas get trust. You cannot question, you know what it was. What was you going for us? You need this back 'cause I'm putting in work. Like I keep flowing in rush. Did you catch that?
All right, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, Puck Luck Picks in this order. First place, we got Jesse, 11-7. Second place, Dylan, 10-8. And tied for third, Tycho and Snoop Luke at 9-9 apiece. Back to 500. So let's get over that 500 mark, huh? Well, hopefully me. I mean, you guys are good.
Chilling.
Let's see. Let me plug up here.
Super hot.
And all right, let's go. So, game number 1 taking place tonight. These games were the closest games based on these days that I could find. And for once, we don't have a Wings game. So, game number 1 taking place tonight at 10 o'clock. We have the Coyotes heading to Anaheim to take on the Anaheim Ducks. Yeah, it was the closest game.
And we still get the Coyotes.
Well, then you know what? At least you know none of these picks towards Arizona, if you pick Arizona, are biased in any way whatsoever.
That's awesome.
So,
I do love that. Yes. That's true.
Coyotes headed to Anaheim to take on the Ducks tonight at 10 o'clock. The Coyotes are 2-3 on the road, while the Ducks are 1-2 at home. Both looking to be 500 either at home or on the road. Dylan, what do you got?
Ducks just got swept on the road. They're back at home. They need a bounce back win. Quack, quack.
I'm sitting with the homie Dill, thinking about Anaheim W. Because I liked Anaheim, and then they lost 2 in a row, and I was like, this is peculiar. I'm going to take them now.
They're about to get that quack attack.
As peculiar as it is, I'm going to ride with the Yotes on this one. I like the Yotes. Game number 2.
They're not at the mullet. What do they have?
Okay. They have a 1-0 series lead so far. They beat the Ducks the first time they played this year. I don't think they can just turn around and do it again. All right, game number 2. The Maple Leafs are heading to Boston to take on the kind of undefeated Bruins. One overtime loss, but whatever. Taking on the Boston Bruins Thursday at 7:30. The Maple Leafs are 3-1 on the road, while Boston is still 4-0-1 at home and undefeated on the road. Dylan.
Oh my God, these motherfuckers are 8-0-1 again.
I hope they get the President's Trophy again, bro. I hope they do.
Oh, what the fuck?
9-0-1.
Jesse's got Boston. I'm thinking. I genuinely do not know. Because I feel like if anyone were to do it, it'd be Toronto. But at the same time, I hate Toronto. Fuck it. You know what? Let's do it. It's so hard for me to do it. Toronto.
You want me to go?
Toronto.
You want me to go?
Toronto.
Are you locking it?
I don't know. Go.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Give me the regular season champs, baby. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay, yeah. I got Toronto.
All right, Dylan. I thought that might get you. All right. Game number 3. The Philadelphia Flyers are taking on the Buffalo Sabres.
The Buffalo
Friday
Sabres.
at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Flyers are 1-2-1 on the road, and the Buffalo Sabres are 3-3 and even 500 at home. I thought the Sabres would have started a little bit better this year. I'm not going to lie. So let's start the good start right now.
Yeah.
Let's go over 500 at home. Give me the Buffalo Sabres.
Let's talk about the stats that matter. We've had 2 Flyers games on here, and we've had not only 2 Flyers losses, but 2 Flyers.
We had 1 Flyer win, 1 Flyer loss.
We had a pounding.
We had 1 loss, 1 win.
The loss was a pounding.
Yes, it was a pounding.
It was.
So we're on the Sabres.
No,
Oh.
I'm on fire.
Why?
Okay.
Don't ask
Give me
why.
19 good reasons why.
You
19.
My guy. No one's giving you more than one good reason why the Flyers should win a hockey game.
I'm just start
Give me
listing
19.
players.
Fuck luck. That's the only reason the Flyers should win a hockey game.
Players. I'll name you as many as I can, but I don't think I'll get to 19.
I could name 9 on the Flyers.
I can't.
Those are
name
the puck luck picks. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have some downtown cash picks, but first a word from my good friends over at Sharps Sports.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more. So you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
Okay, before we get into the picks, real quickly, I do want to talk about something with Jesse because we did have a trade. in the NBA that a lot of people are talking about, as they should be. So here is the trade. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers made a trade where the 76ers receive Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, a 2028 unprotected first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap. The Clippers receive PJ Tucker, Philip Petrovic, and James Harden. So now the Clippers have James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. And if this was 2016, they would be unstoppable. Jesse, your thoughts?
We need to give this the same energy we gave the Lakers when they were joining together and everyone was calling them old. We're going to talk about this team in a manner of these are at this point, almost ex-stars.
I would say the person that's closest to still being in that, like, best type of their game would be Kawhi. That's my opinion, though.
He ain't even been playing enough.
That's the thing, though, and he's been injured more than anything.
And we saw James Harden fade away in the playoffs.
Because PG doesn't come in the playoffs, Harden doesn't come in the playoffs, and Russell Wilson the past couple of years hasn't came in the regular season. So, really, okay, so here's how I look at it, all right? I got to look at this with the same energy that I looked at with Brooklyn. How often are these four going to be on the court at the same time? Maybe 4 games total. Genuinely. Nah, bro, let's not play that game and let's cut the shit. Maybe 4 games. There's going to be so many injuries. You got so much locker room drama that could possibly unfold. And then Kawhi's dumbass in the middle it's crazy, bro. I am so excited for it, to be honest, if it becomes a train wreck. But on the other side, I'm excited for it if it becomes, okay, these guys are actually going to win together because you have 4 NBA All-Stars that are just playing like All-Stars. You know what I mean? So I feel like either way, I'm going to be excited to watch. Whether it's a train wreck or, they actually make it out of the West.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It will be enjoyable to watch. And I hope they can all find their old selves.
100%. All right, and I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now we can get into the downtown cash picks. So, Tyler,
I don't like the way the flow of the basketball picks are going. Because back-to-back games, it is going to be split 2-2.
I'm going to take John and boys.
Fuck Dylan for taking my pick because I was going to take the Bulls because now, give me the Nets!
Fuck me, we all said the Bulls.
You started it!
Look, I didn't say that.
I was saying under my breath, take the Nets, take the Nets, take the Nets. I want the Bulls, give me the Bulls. And you took the Bulls. So I'm like, fuck this fucking guy. Who does this guy think he is?
Alrighty. So, week 1 happened. There might be some records, there might not be. Who really gives a shit, right? Hey, Luke's here!
Oh, what do you mean? There might be some records, there might not be. Everyone, Dylan didn't get a single game right.
All right, I got 0-3,
he doesn't want to talk about
That's what I'm trying to say. I fucked up. I went 0-3.
I went to go do the percentages because Dylan loves percentages, and Dylan has 0% correct.
0. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. But fucking pitter patter. Let's get out of here. Game number 1, Thunder Pelicans tonight.
Okay.
If you want to spread, because I know how you operate, let me give that to you real quick.
I think it's only like 2 points.
It is the Thunder -3 at home.
Birds +3. Wait a second. Who's not playing? I hate this game.
I don't think it's
right now. Zion is, and I know that's the big.
Everyone's playing.
All right. Pels +3.
I don't think anyone's missing. They're 2 good teams.
Injury report. Literally, it's just Brandon Ingram and Kenrich Williams.
Oh, Ingram's out?
I still like New Orleans, though. They got McCollum. They got Zion.
I was going OKC from the start.
I took the Birds.
Don't know what I'm
on the Birds.
I was on the Birds last time and I fucked myself.
It's
I'm going to
funny.
take OKC to cover that spread.
Yes.
Luke?
Who's home?
Thunder.
The Birds. Nah.
I guess Thunder.
All right. Ty's on an island, but he was pretty happy about it.
Okay.
He seems like he enjoys being on this island. All right. Game number 2. Two pretty damn good teams. We have the Kings going to Golden State to take on the Warriors also tonight at 10 o'clock because I can give you guys another spread. That spread is Warriors -7. Wait a minute. It's only Warriors -7 and the only person out is Sabonis? So everybody else is still playing?
Sabonis is out?
I think that the reason of that is because Golden State just won by like 30 points.
No.
Last night.
De'Aaron Fox is the one that's out.
No, he's not.
Where are
It
you?
literally says right here he's playing.
I hate basketball picks so much.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Jesse's right. Fox
All
is
right,
playing.
Warriors -7. Thank you.
He's out. I still got the Kings.
Jesse, Luke.
Warriors.
Yeah, because Fox is out and Clay's out. So, yeah, that's 1-1.
But it's not Steph.
Warriors.
That makes a big difference.
It's not Steph.
Warriors.
Love Steph.
De'Aaron Fox played and they lost by 8. I'm not like.
Yeah, but that's
They
one
already-
game. It's one game, Jesse.
Yeah.
There's 82 of them.
Fox had 40. I'm taking
And
the
lost.
Warriors.
All right, next game, Friday. And let's start the in-season tournament. Yeah, there's a fucking tournament, and these teams are 3-0 and 4-0. It's so weird to me, but that's what it is. The Mavericks, undefeated. The Nuggets, undefeated. 10 o'clock. Friday night.
Nuggets.
Fuck it. Nuggets.
All right, beautiful. Mavericks.
I guess Nuggets.
Perfect. Put me on that island.
Go for some Nuggets, dude. I'm hungry.
I'm not going to lie. Some chicken McNuggets right now would be really good.
Wouldn't it?
They would be.
God, just some. Have you tried that new sauce, man?
Yeah, the Mambo number 5.
Yeah, dude, that stuff's good.
Mambo number 5.
All right. We got more stuff to talk about. We'll be right back.
What's going on, guys? Tyco here, taking a quick break in the action to tell you about sixpackcoverage.com. You can go on there and check out all your favorite sports, finance, food and travel, fitness, and entertainment podcasts. They've got it all on there, as well as content from all of your favorite colleges, with more on the way and more added every day. So make sure you check that out, as well as the merchandise tab. Be sure to get all of your six-pack coverage gear at the merch tab there with the hats, flags, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check it out today, sixpackcoverage.com.
Yo, bitch. Whoa, I did not know we were back. I thought I still had a couple more seconds.
You're better than that.
Sorry. All right. College football week number 9 picks results. I mean, just overall, how did we do, fellas?
Solid.
Well, okay, I'm back. So how we do, fellas? Overall in the picks. I did solid, but what'd you guys do?
I did solid.
Solid. Tyler?
Yeah, college was good. NFL was not as good, but it wasn't as unkind to me as it was last week. So, yeah.
So
Steps in the right direction. Yeah, steps in the right direction.
All right, good. Let's
I completely forgot.
Let's get right into it. Starting off with number 6, Oklahoma, getting upset by Kansas. So may or may not have completely called this shit on the dot.
You did.
Kansas money line with old Jim Bean at home, finally getting that ranked win. The past couple of years, they've been getting top 25 wins, but they have not gotten that top 10 win until this year, where they finally did. They beat Oklahoma, and good for Kansas. And they took that field goal post, dragged it out of the stadium, Threw it to another.
Threw it in the pond. Threw it into the pond. Good for Kansas. Good call, Dylan.
Thank you. I had a lot of confidence in this one, so it made me feel good. All right. I hate that this game just popped up because I remember that Tyler had a play on this game. Michigan State and Minnesota happened. Tyler did have a Michigan State play, and Michigan State did lose by 15.
Michigan State.
I did have an underplay, and that hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I took State and the under because you convinced me. So I was 1-1 in this game.
So there you go. You like to see that?
Yeah, you gave me a win with my loss.
Another play that Tyler tried to push, where I'm not gonna lie, we felt really good about it, and then it just went bad. UCF, West Virginia won 41-28, and Plumlee just pooped the goddamn bed for UCF.
Yeah, Buddy fell apart.
That was tough.
Probably his worst game of his college career. So I mean, how could you predict that? Whatever.
Yeah, how are we just supposed to know that's what's about to happen? All of us that took the Gamecocks to cover that plus 17 on Texas A&M, that hit.
Yes, it did.
Shout out to Texas A&M for winning the game.
Shout out to the Cocks for finally making the last game of Cocktober your game.
Yes, you got to cover there. Love to see
the rest
it.
of the year is probably not your year, but whatever.
No.
That's beside the point. Cocktober's over.
Yeah, Cocktober's over. Let's get into the number one team in the country who finally covered a spread.
And it had just started.
Yeah,
hey.
Finally.
All they had to do was get rid of Brock Bowers, piece of shit.
They just had to let everyone know that. Honestly, what one of you said, I don't remember if it was you, Tyler, or you, Jesse, but one of you said now that Bowers is out, they're probably going to be a lot more. Like, we're going to be able to see, it was you, yeah, what they're going to do with their wide receivers, and if these wide receivers are actually good. Well,
because I thought Brock Bowers was the whole team.
Yeah, I think we were able to now see
he's
that
not the whole
these
team.
Receivers, yeah, they got some dog in them.
Yeah, they do have some dogs. But hey, no one knew that until week 9. So
315 passing yards, total of 171 receiving yards. They did what they had to do. All right. Damn, I forgot about this one. This one hurt. Number 20, Duke. Number 18, Louisville. Duke didn't put up a goddamn point. 23-0 was the final. Not only did Louisville show that they are legit, Duke showed that everything that they had going in the beginning of the year was just a little bit of luck.
Yeah, a little fugazi for Duke there. 23 rip, man. I mean, I expected at least like a game, you know.
Me too.
I thought this was going to be one of the better games this week, so it was disappointing to see Duke struggle in every aspect of the football game. Their defense was still pretty all right. I mean, only allowed 23 points, you know.
When your offense doesn't score, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Right. There's one half the team looking over at the other half the team at the end of that game saying, "What the fuck, boys?"
Yeah, for real. Keeping that same energy with another game was Oregon going into Utah. I mean, you win so many games just with defense and with a backup quarterback. At some point, a real team is going to come in and just stomp you out. And that's exactly what happened with Oregon. Barnes threw 2 picks, and now everyone at Utah is like, God damn it, if we would have had a real quarterback. And you haven't said that all fucking year as you've slowly moved up this ranking.
Yeah. They're gradually, like, getting better and better. But really, it was just the performance of everybody but the back.
Their defense averaged 13 points a game, Tyler.
That's why you're winning.
That's why they were winning these games. I mean, and this isn't like a top defensive team like whereas a Michigan or someone that has been known for having a high-profile defense. So, very impressive.
I feel like Utah is more of a defensive team.
Well, they've had to be this year because last year they would get into more shootouts because their quarterback could sling it.
Yeah.
But this year now they're in a spot where they kind of can't really rely on that until he comes back. Nope. Speaking of shootouts, wow. USC. These guys, I mean, talk about playing with fire from the sun. 50-49, they beat Cal.
Hey, they play next week. They play Washington. The over-under's at like 75.
Like, Jesus, bro. I know Caleb Williams threw for 370.
I'm banging the over.
God, man. This defense just there's nothing more.
It's terrible.
There's nothing more
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tennessee,
They didn't cover,
Kentucky.
but like, hey, they were in another high-scoring game. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep betting overs. I'm not taking them anymore.
That's all you should do with them.
Yeah. For the rest of the year.
Tennessee, Kentucky. Number 21, Tennessee covered that -4 spread, and they won 33-27.
Yep. This game was close. I mean, it was kind of just as close as we all thought it would be.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep your mouth all the way down. Come on.
What?
No, just trying to help you get all the coke in your mouth.
I was really fucking hoping nobody saw that. I felt it, and I was like, no one noticed.
You're the head honcho right now for pick results. I mean, everyone's looking at you.
All right. Another play that I dabbled in at the end of the picks last time that did cover was they threw a snow game in Colorado State against an Air Force team, and they expect us not to take this under 47. Come on. That hit.
Right.
You knew it was going to. 43 was the total. It scared me a little bit. Air Force scored 30 points, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
We were all good.
I was like, Navy
43
defense?
total. I was like, okay, we're playing with fire.
Yeah. They did play with fire.
Air Force just wanted to give us a run for our money because they heard everybody talking shit about how they can't get points.
Mm-hmm.
They said, oh yeah, watch Colorado not get points.
Yeah. Next game, Wisconsin against the now number 1 team in the country, Ohio State. Ohio State wins 24-10 over Wisconsin. I can see Luke adjusting his headset after I say that.
Because it's that bye-week tandem mess.
True.
Not only thoughts on the game, Luke, but what are your thoughts on just them being the number 1 team in the country right now? Do you like that?
Technically, they have the better strength of schedule, and that's why. But at the same time, barely getting out of those games. Yikes.
But do you like this as a Michigan fan? Do you want them to almost be like overhyped?
I could care on it. I honestly could care fucking less.
And I only ask because I've seen all the Michigan fans on Twitter saying, "Oh, we like this. Keep the same energy so that if college football playoff time comes, we'll meet them in the Natty." And I'm like, okay.
Well, if they're the number 1 ranked team, you're just going to play them at the end of the year, and if you win, then you're the number 1 ranked team. Like, that's how it works.
Would it flip then, probably, and Georgia would just stay the 2?
I don't know.
I think
probably, as long as Georgia doesn't fuck up and lose to Alabama or some shit.
Yeah.
No idea. It's way too early for this stuff.
That rank's not going to matter what's going to happen on that game.
You might be right. But you know what else, Luke? You know where we were right? On this Arizona play against Oregon State, where they beat them, the number 11 team in the country, 27-24 in the midnight hour. Love to see
Good call.
Yeah, we liked that.
We liked that a lot, and that was all the college football Week 9 picks that were important. There was other games, but don't confuse.
But yeah, I mean, people
me.
didn't watch it.
Was our money thrown to them? Yeah. I
Maybe.
think so.
Maybe not. NFL bets, records, there it is. As you can see, your boy, you made me play more games than I wanted to, and I still stayed over 500, Jesse. So,
But it got a little harder, didn't it?
I thought you were going to laugh in my face when I had the worst record this week. So, go ahead. Laugh away. Because I'm pretty sure I had the best.
Nope, it was below mine. Don't you start.
Second best.
Don't.
Well, me and you went, Tyler, did you go over or under 500?
Under. But not as under
Okay,
as
so
Luke
I think
did.
these two went under and me and you went over.
Yeah, but I gotta get that. I gotta get that total to 50.
You're what do you call it?
Not good
48.
enough. Too many goddamn splits.
Jesse, if you can just have one thing,
Jesse's got 4 pushes. Like
you'll
what?
be good, man. Yeah, that is wild. Jesse,
Last week I
said
pushed
two
on.
pushes and
Last week I pushed on Eagles 7. They won by 7. It wasn't a half, so push. And Giants 3. No half. Push.
That was wild. And speaking of wild,
Hey,
let's
shout out
get
to
into-
Vegas for getting these spreads right. Damn.
Yeah. Let's get into another wild week of
Decreasing my
NFL.
funds.
Week number 8. It was there was some games that went the way we expected. There was some games that went the way we didn't. Let's start with some games that went the way we didn't. The Panthers and the Texans. The Panthers get their first win of the year, and they defeat C.J. Stroud. The final score was 15-13. Congrats, Bryce Young gets his first win in the NFL with 140 fucking passing yards. Oh, my bad. That was C.J. 230 passing yards. Thoughts on the game, boys?
Man, they could not throw. They couldn't get the ball moving in either of the teams. Like, it was low scoring, but
yeah, it was.
Texans really looked like they were having a difficult time moving the ball down the field.
140 yards for CJ is very weird.
Look, I only saw as much of this game as they would put on Red Zone, and they wouldn't really put this game on Red Zone because there wasn't a lot happening in this game. So, I mean, there wasn't a lot to see, so I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason, too. All right, next game, let's get into. Why the fuck are they trying to hit me with a 4 o'clock game next? You're crazy. All right, next game let's get into is the Jets and the Giants. The Jets won 13-10 in overtime, but let's just talk about the final 2 minutes of this football game real quick.
That was the only good part. The rest of it was all punting.
I was going to say, that was the only part of this game that really mattered. The Giants, I mean, they were sitting in a spot where they pretty much, I don't know if I would say, do you want to say had this game won or had this game in the bag? Would that be too overconfident to say?
No, I would say that the point the Giants were at, it was like, all right, you've beat Saquon to a punch. He's carried you guys this far. You only have to walk a little bit compared to what he's done. You guys can handle this, right? Here you go. Saquon took him off their shoulders, took one breath. We're in fucking overtime.
I was laughing so hard. The second they went into overtime, I couldn't believe that we got there. I couldn't believe.
I knew they were going to lose. There was no way DeVito
would get them out of overtime. I was just laughing.
Once he missed the kick, I'm like, Jets are winning this game.
Yeah, you knew it was over.
Jets are winning this game. Like,
you knew it was over.
Giants are folding right now.
Uh-huh.
And then they just kept folding. Like an origami.
Yeah, there's over 1,000.
The Jets are. They just keep when you think they can't fold one more time, they're like, oh wait, now I'm a duck.
There was over 1,000 punting yards in this game.
Yeah, it set a new record.
It really did.
It was one of the worst NFL games to ever possibly attend in New York football.
Yeah.
What you got next?
Rams, Cowboys. Cowboys 43, Rams 20. Does anyone have anything to say in this game other than the Cowboys offense looked pretty good?
Cowboys offense look pretty good. The Cowboys are wild. They're whack. 1 week they'll get 50 points. The next week they'll get 3.
We got to see what happens this week. We got to talk on Wednesday. See what
there's not enough consistency from the Cowboys for me.
Yeah, I don't know how I
feel. I wouldn't say their offense as a whole looked good. CeeDee fucking Lamb looked good.
It was uncoverable, yeah.
Yeah, well, CeeDee Lamb looked good, but Dak Prescott threw for 300 yards. Tony Pollard ran for 50-some yards, and he broke, does that say 7 tackles he broke? Jesus. So, I mean, this offense was cooking. Ferguson had 50 yards in a tutty. Cooks had 50 yards in a tutty. I know CeeDee was the main guy, but this offense all around, they were cooking.
Yeah, that's that off the bye week energy. Let's see how they play Philly.
Yeah. How many yards did Dak have?
303. 304. 304 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Half those yards are from CeeDee Lamb.
And he was 25 for 31.
That's crazy.
Completions to attempt. That is actually crazy, though.
I think CeeDee had.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean,
CeeDee had 158.
CeeDee had the best game of his career, man.
He had more than half.
Next game, Vikings, Packers. I texted Tyler at the third quarter. We were on the wrong divisional dog.
Yep.
If there was a spread that we were supposed to take, it was always the Commanders, and it was never the Packers.
It was never the Packers. It was
we
always the
took
Commanders.
the wrong triple D. That was all that happened.
Yeah.
The Packers suck. Jordan Love sucks. Vikings won. Kirk Cousins is hurt. Their new quarterback is Joshua Dobbs.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, he's the backup.
To who?
To the rookie, Mr. Hold on. Forgot
Yeah, that's right. It's Jaron Hall. You don't even know his name. You don't even know his name. It's Jaron Hall because he sucks. Because he's bad. You know how much he played at BYU? He played 10 out of the games that they had in the whole season. You know who played the other ones? The third string. Not the second string, the third string. Because he's bad.
You know what's going to be funny is he's still going to be the best quarterback in the NFL to come out of BYU because Zach Wilson's the other one.
He's going to start. So
Jaren Hall should not start. Joshua Dobbs, I hate more than anyone else. That man can go fuck himself for what he did to the Titans against that Jacksonville Jaguars game. But listen, they gave him a platform and an opportunity to go play good ball, and he has done that for Arizona this year with nothing on offense to work with. Now he has pieces. Addison, Hawkinson, Jefferson when he comes back, Cam Akers, Madison. He has pieces. If you put him in there, he will get you 200 to 250 yards a game, a pick, and a couple tutties. Jaren Hall will get you 100 yards, 50 rushing yards, and he'll get sacked 4 to 5 times a game because he loves to scramble and doesn't know where to go.
Okay, now let me tell you why your rant is like so incredibly ridiculous that I can't believe you're still ranting. If I'm the Minnesota Vikings, I'm taking what I drafted, which is my rookie quarterback. I'm putting him in because we're fucking tanking.
You're not tanking right now if you're Minnesota.
Bro.
They would have traded Daniil Hunter.
Bro,
They're
they're going to start losing. They're going to start losing, and they're not going to stop losing. This whole division, their only wins are going to come because they have to play the Bears and the Packers.
They didn't trade anybody.
Because this division has to play each other. That's where their wins are going to come. But look, I'm getting Josh Dobbs, plugging him behind my rookie quarterback, and having him, because he's a veteran quarterback, teach my rookie quarterback. And then you know what I get? I get to see in-game live action what I have in this rookie quarterback and whether or not he should be on my roster next year.
Go ahead,
try it out
Vikings.
now.
Then go tank, Vikings. They
This
don't wanna
division's
win.
that bad. Why
It's
not?
time for us. That's so stupid of them if they want to go tank, but go ahead. They could easily be a contender if they wanted to, but go ahead. Tank.
Easily?
Yes,
No.
if they want. They're 4-4. They just won 3 in a row. What do you mean?
that was
They
with
just beat the
Kirko.
49ers
That was
on
with Kirko
primetime
Chain.
football a week
That was with
ago.
Kirko
People are
Chain.
looking at me like I'm crazy.
That's what their starting quarterback.
That's with Kirk.
I'm saying right now, you're telling me they have no chance to be a contender with Joshua Dobbs.
I don't think that. I
And
think they can
Jefferson, Hawkinson,
maybe
Addison.
make wild card. Maybe.
Right. But you're gonna tank now
Bro.
at 4-4?
But
Bro,
they're
their next game, they're taking on Taylor Heineke and the Falcons. Heineke's gonna get a dub.
No.
Heineke's winning that game.
They'll cover the spread.
I
but they'll
can't
lose.
wait. I can't wait. Heineke's winning that game.
Okay. No.
Then they play the Saints.
They'll beat them.
Then they go to Denver.
They'll beat them.
Then they play the Bears.
They'll beat
Then
them.
they play the Raiders.
They'll beat them.
Then they play the Bengals. Then they play the Lions. Then they play the Packers. Then they play the Lions.
They're making the wild card. Why are we tanking?
They're not making the fucking wild card.
That schedule you just explained. They're losing 3 of those games, maybe 4. Why would you tank? That's 9-8.
Oh yeah, I forgot we made the playoffs last year at 9-8. Yeah, that was good. That was a good time.
9-8, 10-7.
You're not guaranteed to make it.
I'm just saying, you have a chance to make it. There's no reason to tank. That's all my argument is.
I also
Still
don't
hope.
think the Jets are. I don't think the Vikings are winning all those games.
Majority
The Chiefs
of them.
lost to the Chiefs lost to the Broncos, Dylan.
I know, but
Anything can happen. You can't just
Tyler,
go win,
Tyler,
win,
I think
win,
you're- I
win,
think you're-
win,
I think-
and
I
then
think
forget
you're-
that you're talking about the Minnesota
I
Vikings.
think your judgment of Minnesota is clouding this because you're so like, fuck Minnesota, the Lions are winning.
Have you watched our entire division this year? We're the
It
only
has
good
been
team.
Ass.
We're the only good team.
I thought the Vikings
Argue
just won-
otherwise.
I thought the Vikings just won 3 in a row against 3 teams that just went to the playoffs. But
They did. And the Vikings just won 3 in a row, and the 49ers just lost 3 in a row. Who's the better football team?
49ers.
That's my point.
So the 49ers just lost 3 in a row. Tyler, should they start tanking? They're losing
No,
games
because they have a better record than the Minnesota Vikings, and
by
they have
one
a better
game.
chance.
By one game. They're 5-3. They're 4-4. By one game.
And I gave you a perfect example to help you understand my logic?
No, because you're.
And you
It's
totally
different
understand
rosters.
it.
You have
That's
to-
completely
but
different.
Dylan,
Look at the 49ers' entire roster. Look at the Vikings' entire roster. Since now we're comparing these two teams somehow.
Which is blasphemy.
Yes, it is blasphemous. Since now we're comparing the Vikings and the 49ers, look at their entire rosters and then look at who they play. Like the Vikings.
Yeah, but the Vikings just beat the 49ers, so actually they would be the better football team. They just beat them. We just saw that. If you want proof, it just happened 2 weeks ago.
But they don't have
primetime football.
And
it was
Dobbs,
actually the only game on TV.
Dobbs is not dotting like Kirk. Like, we have to give Kirk his flowers.
Kirk was having a great year.
Yes. And
yes.
Dobbs is not.
I
I don't know. I understand because Dobbs has
the past couple weeks, even with Kirk, they're not a competitive football team.
Playbook. At least Hall's been there learning the playbook. Dobbs doesn't know anything. He might play next week, but this week you're not going to shove him into his third system this year and make him play in it the first week he can.
I want you to do? This podcast, I want you to go look up Jaren Hall BYU highlights. I swear to God, I want you to go look them up for me.
I want to do it.
Look them up for me. Just look up Jaren Hall BYU highlights. That's all I need from you.
It's not pretty, is it?
That's all I need. All right. You want to get to the next game?
Yeah. Let's do
it. All right. We have talked about this game for like 10 minutes. You're right. Dolphins, Patriots. The Dolphins won a 31-17. The Dolphins also covered this 7.5 spread. The Patriots were, they were competitive. They tried to fight, and then they had no fight left.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be an ugly game from the beginning for the Dolphins. And the next thing you know, everything opened up. They just started scoring. And Jalen Waddle did his thing. Tyreek did his thing. First receiver to reach 1,000 yards by week 8 in the modern Super Bowl era.
This guy's going to break Calvin's record this year. This is insane.
I can't believe defenses are still trying to inside-outside cover. He's never going to go inside-outside if he sees left, got my right. I know you can't catch me.
Bro, Dylan, I love you, but I looked it up. I'm 4 plays in, and he's throwing dots.
Jaren Hall from BYU is throwing – show me a dot that he's ever thrown.
And that's the 5th dot that I've seen. Dylan, you told me to look up his highlights. The first 5 catches are perfectly placed footballs.
Highlights. Dylan, you told them to look them up. They're like, look at him.
You didn't tell me to look up Jaren Hall's worst plays ever. I'm not going to see him fumbling the bag. I'm going to see all of his good plays. I'm watching 12 minutes right now of Jaren Hall playing good football.
Jaren Hall is dookie. He's a pile of dookie.
They have 47 points in this football game.
I hope he gives the Falcons like 300 yards.
He's going to give the Falcons like 3 turnovers. That's about it.
Dot.
We'll talk about this Saturday.
Let me skip forward 10 seconds. Dot.
What game were you going to next, Dylan?
Yeah, go ahead. Miami won.
We know the Dolphins are good.
You mean which win do I want to flex next?
Or do you want to actually talk
about All right, Dylan. You know what? I'm
talk
sick of you.
Do that.
I'm sick of you, Dylan. Watch this Jaren Hall dot. Look at that dot.
Yeah, watch what Jaren Hall did. Hey, did you see
did
you see the game that he played?
Oh yeah. Hey, watch this. Ready?
Against the Packers.
Ready? Dot. Through 2 defenders. Dot.
That he got bailed out by a wide receiver.
Hey, he threw it through 2 defenders and the guy was right there to catch it.
Now it's bailed out
by the middle of his chest.
Titans, Falcons. Titans 28. Falcons 23.
Anybody who cares about Tennessee Titan football and has heard Dylan, no. Don't let Dylan put that hoodie up. This man didn't want Will Levis in the game. He didn't want it.
He's a Malik guy. I don't know what he's about to do if he's about to boost Will Levis. He's a Malik supporter.
And he didn't want anything to do with Will. And I told him, Will is the answer. You got to put him in. What happens the first play Will's in? He does what he's been doing. He throws deep balls with precision. We know this is what Will does.
Yeah, he did in college.
The deep balls, we know he's got them. And
And,
With a
who
like,
else is on that team? D-Hop. Perfect combination.
Just got healthy last week, so he was on a rep count. Treylon Burks, we know he's a guy who can give you the deep balls or give you the medium. So, Will Levis, when you took him in the second round, because everybody was overcomplicating it, it's like, guys, he's just a guy with a strong arm. Like, he can run a little bit.
That's what he is.
That's what he is. He just doesn't have, much flash. You know what you're getting. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So,
you want Matthew Stafford? Here's Matthew Stafford. I mean, what do you want?
It's a dub. And Heineke also came in this game late because Ritter went into concussion protocol, and then they decided to not even let him go back.
Good move by Atlanta.
Yep.
So, Dylan, Malik, go ahead. Tell me about Malik. How do you feel about Will Levis? Anything, Dylan? Anything? Anything from you?
Do you want another game? Because he's going to play Thursday. He plays tomorrow. So we'll talk about that before we get off.
Will Levis
can run away.
Will Levis can dot it up on my birthday.
We're going to talk about it at the end of this. You can move on to the next game if you like.
I know exactly what I'm wishing for when I blow out my candles tomorrow.
Look, I'm going to be honest.
He has words. He's speaking. Let me stand at attention.
I'm betting all Will Levis player props.
I can't get excited about anything because it's already been confirmed that when Tannehill comes back, he's back to the starting quarterback in 2 weeks.
No, not after Will Levis goes off
Vrabel
again.
already confirmed it.
Nope.
The owner doubled down and confirmed it.
Then trade him.
So, yeah, Tannehill's still the starting quarterback, so I can't be too excited.
There's no way. If he has another good game.
Bro, if he goes off for like 450 yards and 4 touchdowns tomorrow, there's no way.
If he beats the Steelers in the first place.
Right. Come on. He just beat the Steelers.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Let alone throw 450 yards against Steelers.
That's insane.
Titans officially ruled out quarterback Ryan Tannehill for Thursday night's game versus the Steelers. Tannehill is expected to start the following week.
Boo.
That's why I can't get too excited.
Keyword expected, not is officially.
Expected until Will Levis balls the fuck out.
Look, I hope that
expected.
somebody takes Tannehill's spot because as much as I didn't understand the taking Will Levis and as much as I don't completely get the move and this and that, anybody other than Tannehill right now is a fucking W. Anybody.
Tannehill didn't fumble it on the first play of the game.
Then say he's the quarterback tomorrow night on his birthday. That's his present for the Steelers game. And I would feel comfortable taking Steelers money line or Titans money line. Swear to God. Tannehill? As long as it's not Tannehill.
Somebody get this man.
Hey, look, man. Malik Willis fumbled it on like the second play of the game.
Look, I know he did. And then they put him in just to run like 4 fucking yards. And then they took him back out. And the fuck, bro, this shit made me mad. I'm not going to lie. This shit pissed me the fuck off. They put Malik in, right? He runs like a 4-yard quarterback scramble, okay? No blocking. The next play, Will Levis comes in, throws a fucking 35-yard pass in between traffic, and D-Hop's got to fucking make one of those turnaround catches and then fucking scores. And I'm like, bro, and he's getting bailed out by fucking D-Hop, and all Malik did was get a 4-yard rush. I was so mad, but at the same time, it was a Titans touchdown. So, like,
I don't think he was bailed out. I think it hit him right up. I'm thinking.
No, his second touchdown pass was the only one. His second touchdown.
No.
D-Hop caught it, and then.
I'm coming to Will Levis's side, backing him up.
He threw it behind him.
I think that throw, aside from the fact these guys have just practiced together and haven't really played a game speed. I think it was
defend that pass.
In D-Hop's radius while he was in motion, and I don't even recall him doing a spin to turn around. I'm pretty sure a guy came down and he went around him because he.
Look, all I'm saying is the NFL is a game of timing. Maybe the timing was off by half a second, Dylan. Quit throwing fucking Will Levis under the bus for a half a second of timing in an NFL game.
All I said was he underthrew it.
But you're about to look up the play just to try to move on to the next game.
I'm looking up the play because
Because you want to
I don't
prove
even remember
that
if
he
he
got
did a
bailed out.
spin.
I understand what you're
There was
doing.
a spin. That's how he got into the end zone.
Well, it's because D-Hop's an elite wide receiver. Why can't they work together?
I thought we were talking about at the catch. Not for the touchdown. I thought we were talking about at the catch.
Yeah, no, Dylan, you said he bailed him out.
That's not a bail.
Yes. Did you not see him catch the ball fucking behind him?
That's D-Hop.
Hey, he's in the NFL. It's by your
I'm trying
hands.
to point out something little, and it's turned into something big. I'm sorry.
Hey, all I'm
Because
saying
something
is
little don't matter
the
like
QB still has to put the ball in a catchable radius for the wide receiver. Prime example, Monday Night Football. Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't do that for Devontae Adams. If he could, Devontae probably could have over 200 plus receiving yards and a couple TDs that night. But no,
Yeah, there were
he
like
couldn't do
three passes that were like 40-plus yard passes that were like missing Devontae Adams by like 3 feet.
And like there was no one near him. Like he was gone.
Nah,
if
he was
caught
wide
it.
open on a couple plays and just didn't get him the ball. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was.
But it was fucking amazing. But like it was brutal.
It was amazing, but brutal.
Yeah. Battle of the Birds was boring. Browns Seahawks was boring. Commanders Eagles. Eagles 38, Commanders 31. This actually was a shootout. This game went back and forth, just like the first game. But just like the first game, the Eagles once again pulled out the victory, and they covered that. Or they, what's the word for it when it's a push?
Pushed.
They pushed that 7 points.
Yep. If you went Eagles, you were good. If you went Commanders, you were good. I went Commanders. I thought it was going to be another close game because for whatever reason, these games are close, and it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't close enough.
Correct. Next game, Patrick Mahomes' flu game. It was not the same as Jordan's because the whole team may or may not have had the flu. No, like Patrick Mahomes literally said, "Hey, I just want to let everyone know I have the flu. I may or may not have spread it throughout the locker room this week, but we're going to go play Denver." And then they said 7 players throughout the course of the game had to throw up on the sidelines.
Oh.
And they lost 24-9. And this offense has looked it statistically put up some of the worst numbers it's put up in 2 years. It looked dead, and all they could do was kick field goals. And
it looked sick.
I can't shit on them because they had the flu. And
it looked sick. Their offense looked sick. That honestly, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not one to make like excuses, but like,
you know what I mean?
It's hard
to make excuses, especially for the Chiefs.
I've played multiple sports when I was sick, and I probably shouldn't have played, and it's a miserable experience. So, if half the team is going through that together, I kind of get it. But hey,
that
Denver, you beat the Chiefs. Maybe all you needed was the flu game to lift the curse, and now you guys can go like, 4-6 against them instead of fucking 0-10 every 10 games.
Never losing. They're never losing again.
That'd be great.
Are you taking a line from Shorzy?
Yeah. I just finished season 2 today.
This team will never lose again.
Now
never lose again.
We have
that's Dylan with the Vikings.
I think they're gonna lose again.
I won't let you.
I'm fucking with you. Don't dive into it, Dylan. Just accept it.
The Vikings will never win again.
Got a big fucking win. Joe Burrow is finally healthy. And I guess the Bengals decided this is that point in the season where they try to be a contender out of fucking nowhere again.
Last year, we started 0-3, and everyone looked at us like we were crazy. This year, we start 0-3, and we come back 4 in a row. Wait, no, 1-2. Then it was. We're doing great now.
I hate you guys for doing that because, like, why? Why do you have to do that?
Because sometimes Joe Burrow has a little off-season shenanigan or problem that causes him to need a little.
Joe Burrow never starts the season on the team. Just say it. He never starts the season with the team.
He hasn't been able to. So, like, you got to give him a couple games to get into the rhythm, and then bang, he's all good.
Hey, Joe, time for OTAs. My ankle.
Yeah.
And then, all right, see you when the season starts, Joe. Guess you're not ready yet.
So now is when we can talk about the first trade of the deadline, because after the Niners lost this game to be 5-3, They picked up Chase Young from the Washington Commanders. So
For
now,
nothing.
after picking up Randy Gregory for a second-round pick, they have picked up Chase Young for a third-round pick.
You know what that
For
means?
It could turn into nothing
it's
because
nothing.
if Chase Young, I heard, isn't it? If Chase Young doesn't sign
Yep.
with them, then they get the third-round pick
If
back.
Chase Young
Yep.
chooses not to sign with the 49ers at the end of the season, then they get their pick back. So it's literally like, because look, if they already know in their
So
mind
rental,
they're not going to sign him, then they know they're getting their pick back.
right?
It's genius work.
It's so smart.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Because the Lions
That
are
we
gonna
didn't do
sign
it?
him in the offseason.
No.
Damn it.
I don't know if anybody remembers this because he's been playing ball that long, but that phenomenal left tackle that we always talk about, Thomas, he came from Washington for a second-round pick.
That's true.
They had
That's
fleeced the Commanders, who were the Redskins then. And they just
Totally different GM, too. Totally different GM.
Yep.
Yeah, bro, this defense is fucking terrifying. I'm not
They're
gonna
totally
lie, bro.
fleeced.
This defensive line is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. And then you look over at the other team that's top of the NFC, and you look at the Eagles, and you go, "Oh, your defensive line is also terrifying."
Bro, you got just on the D line.
And then you go, "Oh, so well, if these two D lines are so
Gregory.
good, the Lions must have picked someone up on the D line to help out, right? Because that's what everyone else is doing." Oh no,
No.
Nope.
They have
we got
Randy Gregory,
DPJ.
Chase Young,
Sticking to their
and
Michigan
Nick
roots.
Bosa, all on the
Why are we
one
turning into the Red
defensive
Wings?
line? That's
I don't know what the fuck
big.
Dylan's saying. I think we're louder than Dylan.
No, they took notes from from Philadelphia and they picked one college team. I was like, okay, we're only gonna get these players.
Yeah, pick one of the top 4, I guess. Well, we got some
We got
Alabama
the-
guys too. We
got
like
the. I was about to say we got the Philadelphia Bulldogs and now we got the Detroit Wolverines.
I mean, damn near. They said it had to be the right fit.
I
He
do-
went to Michigan.
I
Well,
do.
apparently that's the right fit. But like, why are we turning into the Red Wings, low key? The Red Wings have like 4 guys from Michigan. And we got like what, 3 guys from Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
I don't
have
know
picked
why.
up Max Crosby. Would have had 4.
I don't know why we to
Right.
be honest. The wide receiver room, though, I guess if somebody gets injured, it starts to look ugly. So I get it, but like DPJ,
Nah, they saw J-Mo drop another pass against the Raiders.
Yeah, they
were
said
like,
J-Mo
"Fuck."
was dog shit and we're picking up DPJ.
We just replaced Marvin. Is all we did.
Pretty much.
That's all we did. Marvin said, "Hey guys, I gotta go," and we said, "Okay, see ya."
Okay.
Go do
You
whatever the
didn't
fuck you gotta do. Wait, you've still been here?
You're still here?
I thought your ass Ben left. Shit.
Wait a minute. Who
Ain't done nothing.
are
Ain't done nothing.
you?
Ain't done nothing this year. All right, final game of the week, Monday Night Football, Lions, Raiders. Lions 26, Raiders 14. It wasn't a pretty win, but it was a W.
Yeah, look, I know that we're getting good now because I can sit at home or go to a game or listen on the radio, and I get pissed off if we're not scoring touchdowns. Like, yes, we were up 9-0, but we should have been up 21-0. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, why are we only up 9-0? Why are we only kicking field goals? This is disappointing, and I'm glad that that's where we're at right now.
Yeah,
Because this game was pretty ugly.
The turnovers were bad.
Could have been a lot better.
It was
Jared Goff
ugly,
another
but-
pick six.
first half. Well, yeah.
I mean, that's just the NFL. It's not gonna be like college where you're gonna be guaranteeing fucking blowing teams out that you really should supposed to be. And it's all about how you answer back from bad situations, and they've been consistently answering back very good.
Yeah, if there's
All you had to do to make me happy was win that game after you lost to Baltimore that badly. If you lost to the
one
Raiders,
player
there
we
was
got to
problem.
talk about, man, and I feel like it makes perfect sense for this to be the player of the week. I think we could probably agree that this is a
Gibby!
player of the week, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean,
Yes!
we gave him the workload, and he
beat you in fantasy. That was amazing.
I've never been more happy with losing in fantasy. I was checking like, let's go, Gibby. I want him to break 50. I knew I was gonna lose, but I was happy because you got to put some things over another sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
I was okay with it.
Amon St. Brown and
26
Jahmyr Gibbs' success is more important.
152 yards, 1 touchdown, and then on top of it, he had 5 receptions. He had what was it? Out of the first 10 plays on the first drive, he had 9 plays.
I knew it was
3
over.
touchdowns. 9 times out of the first 10 plays, and it was like, what?
Honestly, Gibby is my second runner-up for Player of the Week.
Boo.
I think that has to go to CeeDee Lamb.
Oh. Well, still, boo. You picked the Cowboy over a Lion. Boo.
Very fair, though. Very fair. Even though Jahmyr Gibbs had more all-purpose yards, but hey, whatever.
Hey, CeeDee Lamb had more touchdowns. With close to the same amount of yards.
Player of the Week.
Got one, Jesse.
Will Levis.
Honestly, yeah. That's not a bad one.
Game. When everything looked bad, you had fantasy owners going, why is D-Hop so fucking useless? Will Levis said, I'll show you he's useful. Titans fans, our season is trash. Both our quarterbacks are booty. Will Levis said, I'm not.
We didn't say both. We said one.
Player of the
Yeah, well, there might be
Player of the
2.
Week.
Yeah, honestly, he might get Player of the
You can't even talk shit. He had 1 pass attempt. And he didn't throw it. He fumbled. He had 1 pass attempt that he fumbled. And then the other 3 times they put Malik in the game.
That sounds like enough. Sounds like enough reason to talk shit for me.
Sounds like
yeah, because they don't trust him to throw it.
Scale issue. Scale issue.
On the snap.
We saw what he did last year. Scale issue.
I mean, D-Hop borderline could get Player of the Week.
That's
4
what I was gonna
catches,
say.
128 yards, and 3 TDs.
I give it to.
I mean,
What
look,
a fucking
if he
stat
caught the
line.
ball, it was a touchdown almost every time.
What? Like, that's just an insane stat line. 4 catches, 128 yards, 3 TDs. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I feel like stinker of the week. I feel like I should just give it to this Raiders team because the Lions beat them. Devontae Adams says.
No, let me help you.
I wouldn't give
No,
it to you.
no. Let me say this, please. Devontae Adams says, fuck this shit. I'm tired of it. They ask Jacobs. Jacobs says, this shit ain't my fault. And then the owner fires the head coach and the owner. Okay, now go.
I'm giving my stinker of the week to Jimmy Garoppolo. That man could not hit. That man couldn't shoot a hockey puck into a soccer net, bro.
Jesus, boys, these Raiders.
I'm giving it to Jimmy G.
Like,
hey, Dylan, remember when you thought Jimmy G was good?
2 years ago? Yeah, that was like 2 years ago when he was.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love the Lions and our defense, especially against the run, is pretty fucking good. But it's not the hardest thing in the world to really throw against them. And he didn't complete a single reception, I believe, in the first half to a receiver.
Yeah.
You're correct.
How bad do you have to be to not accomplish one pass? Remember those boosters like the first week or two in the NFL or a couple weeks in the NFL on DraftKings where it's like, oh, this QB to throw one completed pass for plus 100. You would have been sweating that like a motherfucker if that was this game for Jimmy G.
Yeah.
You would be actually worried.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'd be shitting my pants.
Through the game.
First half, over 1.5 passes completed. Easy.
Now, is it legal
He only had one?
If Devontae took a snap, threw it up really high, ran his route, caught it, is that legal?
I'm gonna be honest. The only person who could probably actually do that is Tyreek Hill.
I'm just asking, is that legal?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, that's why CJ Stroud's first pass in the NFL was to himself.
Okay.
But it has to go off of somebody.
Let's try it.
So deflection or something.
Nah, here's what you do. You beam it off your O-line's helmet, and you gotta hope this ricochet goes straight up.
You gotta practice it.
Yes, practice that bitch, and then just.
All right, I got it. You hike the ball. Everybody's on the offensive line. Everybody.
Okay.
It looks weird, but everybody's on the offensive line. It's the quarterback on the offensive line too. Or actually, no, fuck it.
How do you hike the ball?
Because he's not throwing it. He sucks. So Devontae Adams gets back there. It's just him and the quarterback. Jimmy G standing next to him. He hikes it. Jimmy G lays on the fucking ground, face first, like he's dead. And Devontae Adams just spikes it as hard as he can off the back of Jimmy G's helmet. And then runs.
I love it, like spike ball. I think that's a great idea.
He just has to make sure the ball is slightly overinflated.
I think that's great.
So that it bounces like a motherfucker. But that's all we got. So those are the NFL Week 8 bet results brought to you by Ride the Tide Sports Podcast.
So are we getting into Thursday Night Football?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Titans, Steelers.
The spread is 2.5 points for the Steelers at home. I'm going to go last.
I bet you are.
Yes, I am. Go crazy.
2.5.
I think
Give it to the Titans.
If Minkah Fitzpatrick was playing, I would take Pittsburgh. But for the fact that I just spoke to you about how we have Will Levis, the deep ball man, with the deep ball threats, I think Minkah's a very big part. But Joey Porter, he's going to be a big problem. It's going to be an under game. I'm going to take the Titans for statement purposes.
Hello. Luke?
Titans money line.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I'm just going to not complete a Titan sweep. You got me fucked up. I have to, right? Yeah. I would take 2 picks if I could. I'd take the under and the money line. But, yeah, I like Titans money line 100%. I think this is going to be a run game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be much of a big, deep ball game, but we'll see.
Ladies and gents, I'm taking the Steelers.
Smart choice.
Oh.
Points, money line, what are we looking at here?
I am taking the Steelers, and I'm taking the spread.
Okay. Won by a field goal?
Oh, yeah. Maybe more than that. I think their defense is going to show up.
Show up
Prime
and
time.
show out.
Yeah, I think they're going to clobber all of your quarterbacks. So.
I know.
We'll see.
Before we sign off really quick, did Luke leave?
I do like Will Levis, but no, he's still here, but like.
Okay, I was going to say, before you leave real quick.
He did that to himself.
I was going to say, do you want to do how you do for Jesse when he misses the picks? Do you want to rattle off the 3 games for Luke real quick? Because he only missed puck luck.
Luke, do you want to throw these puck luck picks in here? I'll throw them in your face.
Throw them real quick before we leave. So you can get these in.
The answer is yes. Okay, ready?
All right,
Game 1.
Yotes,
Coyotes,
Sabres.
and Ducks. Oh. Yotes, Bruins, Sabres. Okay. All right.
Damn.
He's already looking at them. Easy.
I already filled out my side of the chart. I didn't know if we did or not because the chart wasn't filled out.
Okay,
no, the chart was not filled out yet. But, yeah, we did do it.
There we go.
So, yeah, that's all we got.
All right. Thank you for watching Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. We appreciate all of you. And actually, I got to ask Tyler. Tyler, will we be seeing them Saturday? I know there's a lot of shit going on. Yes, we will be seeing you guys Saturday at the regular time at 11 o'clock, where we will be hitting you with all of the sports that is going on in the month of November. If you want to check out more podcast action for other podcasts that meet your needs, go over to sixpackcoverage.com right there. If you want to bet on the World Series tonight, if you want to bet on hockey, basketball, football, whatever it is, make sure you go and download the Sharps app.
D-backs are steamrolling back, baby!
The answer backs need to answer tonight. Like we said, make sure you take their money line. If you want to check out us on other platforms, that is at Ride the Tide 586 on Instagram and Twitter, and Ride the Tide Sports Podcast on YouTube and Twitch. And fellas, it's November 1st. Let's finish strong. I'm Mick Dilly. Have a good week. Peace!